नमस्कार, माझं नाव कुमार मिसाळ. सध्या मी सर्जाजी कला महाविद्यालयामध्ये मास्टर डिग्री करतो आहे. प्रिंट मेकिंगच्या मी 2य वर्षाला आहे आणि लॉकडाऊनच्या काळामुळे मी आता घरी आलो.
या लॉकडाऊनच्या वेळेचा उपयोग मी सध्या स्वतःच्या विकासासाठी करतो आहे. जसं की ज्या गोष्टी माझ्याकडून राहून गेलेल्या होत्या, ज्या गोष्टी मला करायच्या होत्या, त्या सध्या गोष्टी मी करतो आहे. मग त्याच्यामध्ये वाचन आहे, डॉक्युमेंटरीज बघतो आहे, योगासन आणि मेडिटेशनसुद्धा आहे. याच काळामध्ये पोटेन्शियल नामक जो ग्रुप आहे, त्या ग्रुपमध्ये सहभागी होण्यासाठी मला माझ्याकडे प्रस्ताव मांडण्यात आला. तर त्या कामाचा संदर्भ जो आहे तो माझ्या पूर्वजीवनाशी म्हणजे भूतकाळाशी निगडीत आहे. ज्या गोष्टी मी अनुभवल्या आहेत, ज्या गोष्टींचा म्हणजे चांगल्या वाईट गोष्टींचा छाप माझ्या मनावरती पडला, त्या गोष्टींचा आधार घेऊन मी माझ्या कलाकृतींची निर्मिती केलेली आहे. व आत्ताच्या काळामध्ये मी काही प्रयोगात्मक कलाकृतींची निर्मितीसुद्धा करत आहे, जी मी आपल्यासमोर लवकरात लवकर शेअरसुद्धा करणार आहे. तर धन्यवाद.
I am Farazi Sayed, an artist based in Lahore, Pakistan. I am primarily a painter, occasional printmaker, and I do mixed medias. COVID-19 and the circumstances ensuing from it have affected all of us in both personal and collective ways. On March 20th, I was returning from attending an artist's residency at the Vermont Studio Center in Johnson, Vermont. When I went to board my flight from JFK to Dubai and then Lahore, I was informed that I couldn't board the flight as I did not have a COVID-19 test result on me, which was a requirement of the Pakistan government for anyone wishing to enter Pakistan. As a result, I was stranded in New York for 5 weeks on my own. Interestingly, it was both a distressing as well as a liberating experience for me in many ways. There was certainly the trauma of displacement, both psychological and geographical, the uncertainty of the situation, the fear of the virus, loneliness and homesickness. But strangely, there wasn't a sense of otherness, as a sense of a shared crisis and predicament prevailed. As an artist, I felt like an urban wanderer, as it were, sans humanity and the paraphernalia, the sounds, the visions of urban dwelling. It was surreal and eerie to walk the empty streets of Manhattan and experience it like never before. Manhattan, the city that never slept. The reality and the awareness that dominated in this unusual time was that humanity is really only separated by geographical boundaries and forced austerities. For there was such an acute sense of unity and bonding around a collective experience of alienation, insecurity, and vulnerability. I felt like I belonged not to the physical space, but to the realm of common humanity. And that was not only a novel, but a reassuring and heartening feeling. In relation to my work, being stranded in New York in complete isolation was a blessing, as I found the opportunity to reflect on my practice, where I wanted to go from here, how it will evolve, how this experience and the pandemic will affect it and the art world. It gave me the quiet and solitude for self-reflection and much warranted introspection. Since one couldn't help but speculate how one's work in the art world will be affected here onwards, I delved into exploring new avenues, like virtual drawing meets and live chats and conferences with artists. the new normal of the post-COVID era. I had shipped my materials back home earlier, and therefore I only had a sketchbook and some ballpoints, ink and watercolor pencils on me. Initially, it was very frustrating to not have my usual paints and canvas to work on. However, the limitation became a challenge, and I did what I had been wanting to do for a long time, that is, draw in my sketchbook. But the pressure of producing large-scale painted works kept me from doing so. And so I started to process what I saw around me and what was in my head, my thoughts and feelings, and transfer it onto paper. I revisited mediums I hadn't worked with for a long time and got familiar with their materiality all over again, letting it dictate the making and the content of the work. My work is about the body, the female body, and the politics and issues related to it. With this pandemic, where the virus threatens our physical existence, our bodies, where the lockdowns have given rise to increased domestic violence, where there is the absurdity of social distancing, and with the idea of a surveillance state, the content of my work, my concerns, are beginning to take on a new meaning. And I think the body will come to mean something else to me. Art has been increasingly globalized in the past 15 or so years. But this pandemic has kind of fast forwarded it, where there is a collective intelligibility, and I think there will be new directions in relation to meaning and content in artists' work in the post-COVID era. As an artist and as an individual, I consider myself fortunate to have witnessed this very significant moment in the history of humanity and be in the midst of it, as opposed to the safety and security of my home.
Hi, I am Anirban Mishra. I am from Tamluk, East Midnapur, West Bengal. I completed master degree in painting from the SN School of Arts and Communication, University of Hyderabad. My works basically based on the landscape, but this landscape not only representing the nature's beauty, but it also representing the social condition and the problem of the society and the loneliness of the modern society. We are modern, but we are lived in a highly communicated world. But in the end of the day, the maximum number of the people feel depressed, lonely, and get anxiety. Now in the present time in the world badly affected by the coronavirus. It's become an epidemic. It changed the world scenario in one moment. Everyone got fear by the attack of the coronavirus. No one can imagine what is the next. In the whole world, every city trapped in the lockdown situation. This lockdown situation creates a distance between our social communication. We are social people, but for this time and for this lockdown situation, we are not able to go outside from the home. We need to maintain the social distance. When we come to the street, automatically the situation reminds us to maintain the social distancing. It's not only about the maintaining the system, but it becomes a headache also. We can't gather everywhere. We can only stay at home for our safety. It destroys our social engagement and the social structure. It also breaks down the economical structure of the whole world. The lower middle class people and the middle class people try to earn money and collect the food, but every time they can't. But if I talk about the psychological issue of the society's people, I can say that it creates a big loss in the human psychology. We feel depressed, lonely, and everybody get anxiety. The whole world fell into the depression, anxiety, and the loneliness. This situation increases the anxiety of the loneliness in the modern society, but fell into deep depression. Lots of people lost the attachment in the relationship. The whole world stuck in one place in this moment. In these modern times, the social media creates many problems in our relationship. But in the present time, we need to depend on the social media to keep our communication strong. Sometimes it creates a big loss in front of the society. I am as an artist, I try to record the present situation in my works. In this lockdown time, I done some works on the present time which represent the present situation of our society. And also how become the present situation increases the loneliness feeling in the society. In my works, in my works also I used the monochromatic color, which helps us to understand the sadness. And also I do experiment with lots of materials. I used flame and smoke also, and burn the paper, which are representing the anxiety and the depression of the human mind. In this series of work, I used the colors as a transparent medium and material also, because our society is transparent and we are the social people. We fell into the depression and the anxiety in the transparent society. The transparent color helps us to understand the transparency of our society. I think this present situation can we make a history in the future.
Hello, my name is Kedar Dundu. I am an artist and I live and work in Santa Cruz, Goa. I am going to talk about the series which I have started during this quarantine period. The title of the project is Lonely Residents. When the quarantine began in the rest of the parts of the world, here in India we were still relaxed, thinking the novel coronavirus would not reach to India, as there were a lot of carried away with the myths associated with it. For example, the temperature in India is hot, so it won't survive in India. When I began working on this project, that is on 25th March 2020, which was the second day of lockdown, India had around 700 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and the death toll was 18. Earlier, when quarantine had begun in Italy, that is around 23rd of February 2020, for most of the people it was like a holiday. As the days wear on, the worries start. Italy battled the pandemic. The whole of Italy is under lockdown, confining tens of millions of people. After the Janata Curfew Day in India, which was on Sunday, 22nd March 2020, most of the Indian citizens felt the difficult and tense situation. And what is it like to get yourself locked at home? People in India are now locked in their homes for the third lockdown in compliance with the quarantine imposed by the government to fight COVID-19. Being an artist, I found the situation tense, as most of the people face great difficulty to live life indoors. I had uploaded a post on social media requesting the followers in my friend list to share with me a picture of themselves in their house, and also to share with me a brief text about how they are using this quarantine time and how they feel being locked at home. I felt that this initiative of mine, doing one drawing of Lonely Resident daily, would give a thought of realization, to invent things every day, or to get a feeling that the house is a great sea to explore. I also feel that by giving importance to lonely residents in the form of art, I hope that people will get people will feel good about and happy about it, forgetting about the tense situation. And I also hope that people can use this time to try to reinvent themselves. By staying barricaded in the house gives the opportunity to become aware of so many things and how to live life by not taking too much of stress. This series, titled Lonely Residence, is worked in graphite on paper of size 43 cm and 28 cm, and the drawing is uploaded on Instagram and Facebook. Later, the series will be worked with watercolor.
Hi, Kirti Chandak here. I'm a visual artist. My hometown is Igatpuri in Maharashtra. I grew up in Pondicherry. Then I went on to study art in Shantiniketan and Baroda. Since 2000, I relocated myself to Pondicherry, where in 2013 I created Tasmai, a center for art and culture. Here I curate shows, organize art events, coordinate creative workshops, teach art, and freelance as an artist. The lockdown due to the coronavirus has been a life-changing and revelatory experience in so many ways. As I stepped out of my home, I saw that all wore masks. Even as they crossed each other on the streets, they did not speak. Had the whole world become Jain all of a sudden? I thought to myself. Nay, it seems it is due to the COVID-19 virus, they said. We were asked to sit behind closed doors. The city's roads were blocked. Interstate travel ceased, and the last flights leaving from India were all full. And the whole world stood still. There was a lockdown. Because someone had eaten bat meat in China, the lady next door had stopped doing the kolam. How absurd can that sound, I wondered. But it was true. Even if nothing much had changed in my routine, since I lived and worked in my home, studio, gallery, art center all in one, yet something had drastically changed in the whole world and inside me. Nobody was visiting anybody. We seemed scared to even talk too long to people. Conversations were to the point and minimal. Everybody was asked to stay safe at home. The real world and interactions seemed remote and virtual, while the virtual world seemed to be the only reality. Now, over 1 month since the lockdown, we all seem to have got into a lockdown routine. Our colonial legacy of having domestic help for the housework had also stopped. Being at home the whole day, one would have thought to have abundant time to indulge and do all we ever wanted to do. But quite to the contrary, there seems to be lesser time because much time is taken up doing the daily housekeeping. Yet, I would say the gift of the corona is it has made people more self-reliant, forcing them to spend more time with oneself and those living close to them. Just as we believe in knowing our farmer, knowing the name of the cow we get our milk from, similarly it is important to know our neighbors, and staying at home has opened those doors. My typical routine during the lockdown has been to start the day with cleaning my front porch and then doing a design with rice flour, which is called kolam in Tamil Nadu. I am amazed by the holistic view of Indian thought, where the daily routine of sweeping the front porch of one's home is heightened to a more spiritual gesture of offering food to the insects and creatures of the earth. This act of doing kolam in the early morning was a natural way of connecting with the people passing by and living around me, I realized. This has now become my morning raga and the black street my virgin canvas. The lockdown has given me leisure to open many dusty boxes and fathom a whole forgotten exploration of weaving a tapestry with shells. As a child, I always loved combing shores aimlessly, collecting shells, standing in front of the infinitude of the ocean, which puts one in the right perspective of one's minuscule stature against the vastness of nature and the universe. Working with shells is fascinating. Each shell has the memory of the ocean, where it came from, and it carries a secret in its bosom, if you can hear. The climactic realization of the lockdown has been to understand the importance of one's neighborhood and connect with it. Sitting indoors all day was not easy, so I would step out to the seafront, which is just a stone's throw from my house, in the Vesper hour for fresh air. These regular walks have triggered the Kalai Kupam project. Kalai means art and Kupam means village in Tamil. Seeing the bright-eyed children and warm-hearted people from my area, the idea dawned to help them to upcycle, upskill, and thus upgrade their life. Life needs to be resident-centric, not tourist-centric. Life needs to be value-based, not consumerist. And life needs to be simple, grounded in the soil, and not extravagant. My heart aches seeing those thousands of migrant workers walking back to their villages in the summer heat with no food, no home, and no money, not sure where the next meal will come from, where their very existence is at stake. My sympathy also leaps out towards those stranded abroad in search of greener pastures or in wanderlust, unable to return to their soil, where in spite of having gained all the material riches and seen the 7 wonders of the world, their being still longs for the touch of their motherland. Having less is having more, because it gives more freedom of thought, and holding our reins in our own hands, we can steer in any direction we desire. The coronavirus is a wake-up call. It is a message to people to explore in-house skills, create their own opportunities instead of seeking ready-made jobs. This realization can give birth to micro-entrepreneurship and have a more complete and holistic life. Man is a very strange creature. He can stoop below the animal or rise and be equal to the gods. The choice is ours, and how we can doubt which way to go. I would like to say there was a world before Corona, and now we are in a world with Corona. Let us understand that the coronavirus is here to stay until we mend our ways, else we have to make the exit.
This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.